Right now, a closure in Avada will impact student drop-off this morning for a couple of schools. 72nd Avenue is closed between Kipling and Oakland because of a crash yesterday, made the area unsafe. Avada police say a hit-and-run crash damaged a railroad crossing, and it will take at least another day to fix it. And because of that, students at Lincoln Academy and Oberon Middle School, which are both off of 72nd, will have pickup and drop-off on side streets today. As for the driver behind the crash, the only description police have is that it was a white Dodge pickup truck.
Right now, despite the fact that temperatures are going up this week, Denver plans to keep its cold weather shelter open at the Coliseum. This one is running 24 hours through Friday morning. It's part of a pilot program to determine whether Denver can open a cold weather shelter every time the temperature dips below freezing instead of waiting for the current threshold of 20 degrees. Happening today, Denver City Council is going to take up a bill to ban homeless sweeps in freezing weather. It's the bill that led Mayor Mike Johnston's first veto. The ordinance would ban sweeps when temperatures drop below 32 degrees. Mayor Johnston says that he's vetoed the bill before because it would have restricted the city's ability to get people into shelter for 4 months of the year. He says there will be exceptions if there are public health and safety risks. Johnston has been working since he was elected to get thousands of people living on the streets into shelters. City Council narrowly passed the ordinance to ban those sweeps the first time. Council President Jamie Torres says that the council plans to take another vote to try and override the veto, but council does not appear to have the votes to do it. That council meeting is set to begin at 3:30 this afternoon. About an hour before that, a rally in support of the ban will be held at the City and County building.
Meanwhile, Denver continues to struggle with its migrant crisis as more enter the city every day. The last update given by the city shows another 21 arrived over the weekend. As of Sunday, more than 3,400 are in city shelters. That number will fluctuate as the city forces more migrants to leave shelters. The city says they are at capacity and around 800 families will be forced to leave over the coming weeks. The city is not guaranteeing housing for them, though most have been able to find shelter through nonprofits. Within the next week, the first impacts of Denver's budget cuts will be felt in the city. These are the cuts that Denver Mayor Mike Johnston announced Friday to address the $180 million in shortfall caused by the migrant crisis. To fill that gap, the city is cutting $5 million from Parks and Rec and the DMV. The cuts mean DMV offices will close for weeks at a time, and vehicle registrations will be online only. Those rotating closures start March 4th. Now in parks, the city won't plant flowers, and starting a week from tomorrow, rec center hours will be reduced. Summer programming will also be cut by 25%. Johnston says the city has to keep making cuts without help from the federal government.
We will have to put everything on the table for how we adjust the types of services we provide for newcomers, the amount of newcomers that we can serve, and how we can make those services more and more cost effective every day.
Johnston says the city just can't stop helping migrants because that would make the situation even worse and lead to more people on the streets.
New this morning, a child is in critical condition after a shooting at a church in Houston. Police say a woman entered this church with a boy on Sunday and started shooting. The afternoon service had just wrapped up when this all happened. Along with the child, another man was injured in the shooting. 2 off-duty officers were there when the shooter got there. Police say that the suspect was killed. Right now, former President Trump is getting a lot of flack from a lot of people. He said he would encourage Russia to act against NATO countries he believes don't pay their fair share for defense. The White House calls the comments, quote, unhinged. Trump's Republican opponent, Nikki Haley, calls it irresponsible, and the NATO Secretary General warned suggesting allies wouldn't defend each other puts American and European soldiers at greater risk. This also comes 12 days before South Carolina holds its Republican presidential primary. Trump still has a double-digit lead in that state over Haley. New this morning, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin back in the hospital. A statement from the Pentagon says that he was taken to Walter Reed Medical Center on Sunday. Austin transferred his duties to the Deputy Defense Secretary. The White House and Congress have been notified of his condition. That didn't happen last time when he underwent a minimally invasive procedure in December for prostate cancer.
New this morning, Israel says it has rescued 2 hostages held in Gaza after a covert operation overnight. The 2 men, one 60 years old, the other 70, are said to be doing well at a medical facility now in Tel Aviv. Both were kidnapped in the Hamas raid back in October. This comes as Israeli forces also conducted a series of strikes in the region. Palestinian officials say those attacks killed more than 100 people. Meanwhile, in Washington, leaders in the Senate will soon take action on a bill to provide funding for Israel and Ukraine. Right now, it's closer to the Senate floor after a vote on Sunday. The $95 billion package would provide aid to Ukraine and Israel. Former President Trump is urging senators to make any foreign aid alone. Even if the bill passes the Senate, it's unclear how it would fare in the House.
Right now, DIA and passengers alike are hoping for a smooth day at the airport security checkpoints. At this moment, this is what the wait time looks like, with the new West checkpoint averaging a 10 to 15 minute wait for standard screening. Pre-check passengers have a bit longer to wait. That's 13 to 18 minutes. Sunday turned out to be a bit of a travel hassle through that new checkpoint. New tech was supposed to make this better, but the TSA lines at DIA were a mess. TSA says it just doesn't have enough staff to cover it. It's barely been a week since DIA opened the new security checkpoint in the West Terminal. The technology there is supposed to make that line go faster, but a spokesperson for TSA says they didn't add new staff to work these checkpoints. So with staff spread out, now fewer people are working at each checkpoint.
Trains inside DIA have caused some problems this year, too. There's been a few days the trains were running slowly because of maintenance problems. The airport's been planning to replace their oldest train cars with these newer ones. This week, they plan to start work on the train's electrical system to get these new train cars installed. But to pull it off, they have to put people on buses for several days this month. Starting tomorrow, the airport will shut down the trains from 9:15 at night until 3 in the morning for the next 3 Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Everyone will have to go through bridge security during those times, and people who need to get to the B or the C concourses will have to take a shuttle. If you're traveling during that window, DIA suggests getting to the airport 30 minutes early.
And one thing you want to know about the weather is, how about our weekend? Well, Saturday looks like a pretty seasonal day, 45 degrees with partly cloudy skies, but Sunday a little disturbance moves through, but because the high is 52, it'll be rain showers instead of snow showers.